Abnormal Andy and Phantom Dark Dave. The Screaming Skull Podcast.
What's up, everybody? You're listening to a brand new episode of the Screaming Skull Podcast. And we are your hosts. I'm Phantom Dark Dave.
And I'm Abnormal Andy.
And you're probably wondering, what the hell are we doing today? Because you saw the description that said top 5 wrestling moves.
That's right. It's a little unconventional for us, but hey, it's a fun idea.
What am I if not unconventional, right, Andy?
Yeah, yep.
So, last episode, it was your pick, and we covered one of the best slashers out there, and that was Pieces from the early 80s. And I think people really liked that episode, but I sure loved watching Pieces like 4 times to do that episode. That's a great movie.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's more stuff that you catch with each of you. I mean, it's probably stuff that I missed.
It's kind of like the more times I was watching it was pieces of another puzzle.
Oh, okay.
You see what I did there? Yeah. So that's how that goes. But there's no better reason to rewatch that movie than for the graphic kills that it gives you, which is, it's surprising that imagine if Tom Savini had done the effects in that movie, that movie would have went to another notch higher,
Yeah, that would have been some really cool kills if he was there. They wouldn't have had the pig body, probably. They would have actually made like a fake woman's body or something.
But right around that time is when they did the first Friday 13th, so he was busy anyway.
Oh, that's true.
In the
that's
burning,
true.
so
yeah,
not available. But we can dream, right?
yeah.
All right. So speaking of dream, if you're a fan of horror and a fan of wrestling, then this is a dream episode for you, because we're, as Andy mentioned, doing something a little unconventional. It was my turn to choose an episode, and I got a buddy that I wanted to bring on the show, and he loves wrestling, and I know there's a particular horror movie that has wrestling in it, and I was like, we should cover that on the podcast sometime. What would be a good segue? And I was like, oh man, we should bring him on and talk about wrestling. But in a fashion of doing less notes, I always like to do a top 5 episode. And so I hit up Andy and I was like, Andy, would you be cool with this idea? And he said, I'm down to clown. So here we are doing a top 5 wrestling moves, which can be anything from a finisher to a submission hold to just a basic move. And I don't know, sound a lot of fun. So we're going to use this as a segue to bring on our special guest. Welcome, making his debut to the Screaming Skull Podcast. What's up, Marty?
What's going on, everybody?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
So people might be hearing you for the first time, but if they've ever listened to any podcast I've ever been on, they've probably heard you 4 or 5 times. But it's cool, man. Every time I'm on a new show, you get to make a new appearance, right? So you get to redo your first time impression.
Let's do it. I'm ready for it. I better get like an intro music or something for this.
Top 5 favorite wrestling intros. There's another episode.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Cool, man. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to round robin this thing. Since Marty's the guest on the show, he's going to go first. And then we'll go to Andy. And then since it was my idea, I chose to be last. That way, if my list sucks, you had 2 better lists in front of mine. But before we dive into what our choices are, let's recap a little bit and talk about our passion for wrestling, whether it be big or small. And Marty, let's start with you, man, because I'm interested to know, like, how far does it go back? When do you remember first getting into wrestling?
Man, I can't remember first getting into it because it's been a part of my life, like since I was little. I remember, so I'm a collector of wrestling figures. So I remember the first ones that I got, and I still have those. But as for being in it, yeah, I don't know, because my parents, my dad was in it, right? My dad and my uncles were huge Von
When you
Erich
say
fans.
into it, you mean like watch it. They weren't like into it like they were wrestlers,
Yeah,
right?
no, we were just watching it. Yeah, they were huge Von Erich fans.
Oh,
So it
nice.
kind of goes from there,
Iron
right?
Claw.
And yeah, really. And yeah, I mean, man, probably I would say maybe like 5, 6 around there. It has to
Oh,
be.
so literally your whole
It's
life. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, you could say
basically my
that.
whole
Okay.
life. Yeah, really.
That's awesome. And you still watch it today?
Yeah, not as much. Just because I mean, well, obviously Netflix and stuff like that. It's hard to keep track of it and where it's at, but I try to at least YouTube some stuff here and there.
So was it strictly like WWF at that time, WWE now, or did you watch different factions like WCW and stuff?
It was both WWFE and WCW. I didn't really watch much of ECW just because I didn't really have access to it.
Man, that might
But
have posed a problem because at one point WWF and WCW were both on Monday night. What'd you
yeah,
do?
yeah. Oh yeah, dude, there was a lot of flipping back and forth, that's for sure. Yeah.
And do you have a favorite wrestler?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. My favorite would be Shawn Michaels.
Okay, Heartbreak Kid.
Yep. Over everybody, yep.
All right, so I got your story, Andy. Let's hear yours.
Yeah, so in the 80s, I know like Hulk Hogan, Sergeant Slaughter was like huge, Sergeant
Name
Slaughter was like
drops.
yeah, like GI Joe. So I kind of knew Sergeant Slaughter from GI Joe and Hulk Hogan just from, pop culture. I didn't really watch wrestling though. As a kid, but later on as an adult, I had a roommate that he was really into WWF, WWE, and so he would watch like Monday Night Raw, Thursday Night SmackDown. This is back like around 2000, something like that. So those two shows were both, well, I guess Raw was on cable, but then SmackDown was on regular TV. But we would watch those. He would watch those, and he kind of got me into it, and I got into it. So.
That was that Attitude Era, man. That was like some of the best.
With Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, John Cena came out, his first time. The
The
Rock was
Rock,
still
Triple
around.
H, Mankind,
Yep.
Right in those
Kane,
glory
Undertaker.
days.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, I really got into that. We actually went to a pay-per-view too, so that was cool. The only other live show I've been to was I went to TNA show,
Okay.
TNA Wrestling, yeah.
Yeah.
They had a show here locally, so I went and checked that out because I watched that for a little while too, but I haven't
So that
watched it for years.
WWF show, like when you say like you mean it, like yes, it was a live event, but it was not a SmackDown or Raw because you said the word pay-per-view. So you went to an actual pay-per-view.
Actually, no, now that I think about it, I think it was a SmackDown. That's what it was.
Okay,
Yeah.
still cool, but man,
Yeah.
like my dream is to one day go to a Royal Rumble. Like I would love to see a Royal Rumble live so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Okay.
fun. And yeah, so I mean, so that's kind of just my history with it. And I'm not like a huge wrestling fan, but I've been exposed to it and I was into it for a number of years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been exposed to it. Have you ever exposed yourself?
Uh to who?
All right, who's your favorite wrestler if you
Fans.
had to pick?
My favorite wrestler. I think I'd probably have to say Undertaker.
Undertaker? Yeah,
Yeah.
you dark. Okay, yep. That makes sense because when we podcast, you sometimes roll your eyes back, and I never know what's happening. But
Oh
got it. Yeah,
yeah.
awesome. So I'm like a great combination of you guys, honestly, because like you, Andy, I was very familiar with wrestling back in the day because of pop culture, right? Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, guys were popping up all over the place. Roddy Piper, like it was a great era. But I didn't actually start watching wrestling until the Attitude Era. So it was like 1998 time period. And I had just had friends in junior high that were into it and they kind of told me about it. And so I tried it out and I liked it. And then around 2001, I kind of dropped 2001, 2002. I kind of dropped out of it. And so I kind of missed when like John Cena and that new era kind of took over. But it wasn't until a couple years ago that Marty got me back into it. So he was my not necessarily college roommate, but coworker at the time. And he was telling me about it, and I was like, man, he's like, you should really check it out again. It's cool again. And I'm like, I'll try it. And I just so happened to start watching at a really cool time period when they started doing the whole Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns thing. And it just had a really gnarly storyline. And luckily, Julie liked it. So we were able to watch it together. And now I'm a fan again. So yeah, it's kind of exciting. And I'm looking forward to this episode because I feel like it's going to be a healthy blend of things. And so there it is, man. There's everybody's origin story with wrestling, but you're here to hear these top five lists, and so we did our top five with one honorable mention. So Marty, like I said, you're the guest. You'll go first. Tell me what wrestling move almost makes your list.
All right. So this one almost makes my list because I don't know if you could consider it a move or not, but it's more of a tag team thing. So Edge and Christian, whenever they broke from the Brood, they had their own little tag team. And they would always use this move called the concerto,
Okay.
where basically after they were done beating somebody up, they would stand on each side of them, and they would take each a chair and they would swing it at the head, and they would just sandwich the head between the chairs.
I remember this.
Yeah, it was a pretty dope move for sure.
Yeah, that was the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
That's awesome. Do you ever remember seeing that, Andy?
Yeah, I remember
Edge and
seeing that.
Christian?
Yep.
You probably liked the Brood because of the horror stuff. They were the vampires.
So when I started watching like after that, so like when I started
Okay.
watching, they were already on their own, so I missed the Brood.
Oh man, if you have never seen that, you need to YouTube their entrance
Yeah,
because
I've,
it was
Oh yeah,
awesome.
for sure.
is that like Gangrel's entrance
Yes.
thing? Yeah.
You know what? There's one key thing I left out. I don't know if you guys were with me on this, but wrestling video games. I was a big into the wrestling video games, and that taught me a lot too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I played the majority of them up until probably like 20, like 12 maybe is when I really stopped playing them.
Okay, yeah, that's a little more modern than what I remember, but I was real big into Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1, those games. And so, like WWF Warzone and was it WWF Attitude, WWF, was it WrestleMania 2000, and then No
Yeah.
Mercy. Like that whole time period was awesome. Andy, did you play the games ever?
Yeah, I actually did. So like around 2002 was whenever that was kind of like my peak time and we had a PlayStation 2, so I don't know if that's what the game was on, but yeah, it was one of those where yeah, we had the WrestleMania game and like we can make our own wrestlers and stuff and pick
Oh,
out
yeah.
so I had my guy created and I actually had the Gangrel intro as my music when
Of
my
course you
wrestling.
did.
Yeah.
They even had the was it the WrestleMania arcade games,
Oh,
arcade
Oh yeah.
cabinets?
I
Yeah,
remember that
those
for
were
PlayStation 1.
amazing.
All right, Andy, what wrestling move almost makes your list?
Okay, so this one's kind of a stupid one, but it's my honorable mention. So I'm gonna go with Rikishi Stinkface. That's my honorable mention.
Okay.
Out of all the moves we're probably gonna talk about, this is probably the one I would least want to have happen to me, I think.
Fair point.
Yep.
What if it was Nia Jax? Oh, okay, no. Same bad thing. She's Rikishi size, so I'm not shaming. I'm just saying,
I
yeah,
think she has done it too though once.
yeah, probably so. But yeah, I'm with you. At all the moves, there are the painful ones, and then there's the gross ones, and that's definitely a gross one. Like that's one time where there's dimples on your face, but you don't want it.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. All right. So starting off my list, my honorable mention is you're gonna like this, Andy, because it's from The Undertaker. It's the old school, the walk on the rope. And so I like this move because basically it's very unique and I don't even know what it has to do with the Undertaker. Like it just fucking works together. Seeing him dressed in his all black with his gloves, climbing the turnbuckle, grabbing the other person, his opponent's arm, using it as a balance as he walks the rope, kind of like you're walking the tightrope, and then he jumps off and does like a lariat and hits you. I always just was captivated by it, and I would do it on the video games all the time, and so couldn't leave it off this list. So honorable mention, definitely walking the rope. Marty, what do you got for number 5?
All right, my number five is the side belly to belly suplex.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, it's a simple move, but it's just one of those moves when it's done clean, like it just always puts a smile on my face. Just because it
Yeah,
looks nice.
and that's a move that's used by all kinds of different wrestlers, but definitely like the technical ones.
Sure, for sure. Yeah. I mean, even I think my favorite who uses it now, I would probably say is Bailey. She
Okay.
does it really
Yep.
nice. Yeah.
Yep. I saw her on the recent pay-per-view doing stuff like that, killing it. Do you like suplexes anyway?
I do, yeah.
Okay. I remember anytime I play the wrestling game, there were so many different kinds of suplexes. I'd be like, fuck, like trying to pick one. And like,
Yeah,
there's
which
always a
one?
different one. So I just had all of them. That's awesome. All right. Andy, what do you got for number 5?
All right, so I always really liked Rey Mysterio. I thought his look was really cool, and actually, the character I made in the WrestleMania video game was kind of the luchador style, had the mask on, and uh, but anyway, so I'm gonna mention my number 5 is the 619
Hell
from Rey
yeah.
Mysterio. That's always a cool one because he ties him up in the ropes and he swings around and kicks him in the head. So it's kind of a cool like you said, it's a unique move that you don't see a lot of other people doing. And just with Rey Mysterio, he just all the aerial stuff he can do is just really cool.
And it's awesome because a couple other wrestlers have done it kind of like as a nod to him, but nobody can get away with it as clean as he does because he goes so fast through those ropes.
Yeah.
I love that move. That one was on my list, but it fell off. So I'm really happy to hear you bring it up. 619. Like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, side question, Marty. Whenever you used to watch WCW, there was a point whenever Rey Mysterio had his mask removed. Did you watch it in that time period?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I never saw that.
I think, yeah, so Kevin Nash did it. And I want to say the group he created was like, I was like the No Limit Soldiers, or it was something similar to that
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 sounds
he
right.
had. Yeah, but
Of
he had
course
like
it
little
was.
like plastic horns on his head when he would come out.
Wow. I
Yeah.
remember like seeing images of it. I didn't know what was happening, but like, there's no way he had those horns under his mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the thing that I read or watched, apparently it was like something that they forced him to do that he didn't want to do.
Of course,
They
man.
didn't
I mean,
really
that's
give
the
him a
whole point of the
choice.
luchador, right? Like,
Yeah, really.
actually, the first time I had seen him unmasked was in the Ready to Rumble movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it with David Arquette.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
They did because it was a big WCW movie, and Rey Mysterio was unmasked in that movie. And I remember I was kind of sidelined, like what? But all right, cool. Well, starting off my list with number 5 is Hulk Hogan's running leg drop, and so right out of the gate, I don't know if I said my favorite wrestler of all time is Hulk Hogan. Not like the most creative, obviously, finishing maneuver. In fact, I think he probably got tired of landing on his ass all the time doing that move. But something about the lead up to it and the build up with just how he reacts, ripping his shirt, like doing his whole fist pump as he walks circles when people hit him and he starts shaking his head like, nope, not today. And, knocking people down and just kind of running into the ropes and just doing the leg drop, man. It worked for that time period. And even after, he still did it and it still had the same kind of impact on me. I just loved it as his finisher. Something about Hulk Hogan's leg drop just worked. And, but because it's kind of least effective as a move, that's why I put it at number 5. Even though I love the wrestler, not my favorite move, but it makes the list. So that's how I'm starting out.
I for sure thought that would have been your number 1 just because Hulk is your favorite.
Yeah, man. And one day I'm going to meet him too. And I'm going to let him do the leg drop on me. How about that? So, Marty, what you got for
Both
number
the out to the
4?
hospital.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so my number 4 is the Frankensteiner.
Okay.
Yep, by Scott Steiner.
Yep.
Man, I don't know, dude. Just him being able to do something like that is just crazy.
And Braun Breaker does it too now, right?
Is it 2 now? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And so for anybody that may not know, you're listening to the show, you probably know everything. You probably know more than all 3 of us combined, but the Frankensteiner is a Hurricane Rana, right?
Basically, yeah, it's a version.
Is it
of yeah.
now when he did it, was it on the turnbuckle?
Both. It was standing in on the turnbuckle.
Yeah, and that guy was like so bulky and muscular. So to
Yeah.
see him do it's pretty insane. But man, when your last name's Steiner, like you have to have a Frankensteiner. Like you'd be missing out if you didn't. It's awesome. Go for it, Andy.
All right. So my number 4, it's another aerial move. This is Jeff Hardy with the Swanton Bomb.
Oh hell yeah! You knew
yeah.
that was popping up today.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Hardy Boys. They just kind of had their own style. And I remember, they were big during the time I was watching them. And anytime there was like a ladder match or anything like that, they were coming out and jumping off stuff, doing Jeff Hardy, doing more of the aerial stuff. So yeah, I just really like his finishing move there. It's pretty cool.
And he would do that off of anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there were like
Anything.
yeah, tables, ladders, chairs, what do you call it, the Tritantron, the sign up front. Like, man, some of those pay-per-views, it was just like, of course he's gonna jump off that, but you couldn't take your eyes away. You had to see how it ended, and my God, it never ended good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. My number 4 is pretty current. It's gonna be Roman Reigns' Superman punch. It's basic, but the way he does it, it just works for me, man. Roman Reigns is a very iconic wrestler, and he looks really cool. Like that's a dude you don't want to fight, He's just got the stature and everything. And then when he loads up, he does this move where you see him like cocking back his fist, and when he runs and does a Superman punch, it's what it sounds like, man. It looks like Superman doing a punch because he jumps up in the air and then collides down. And it's probably similar to a move that Marty might bring up later. I don't know. If not, I'll circle back to it. But I I don't know. Whenever I see him, I just get excited for him to super punch somebody in the face because it seems like a larger than life move, and so I like it.
It's one of those moves too, like you said with the leg drop, where like the build up to that move is what kind of makes that move something too.
And when someone else does it, it doesn't have the same feel. But when the right person does it, it works.
Right, yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna Superman punch this monster. All right, we're at that middle of the list now. Marty, what do you got for number 3?
My number three is Bradshaw's clothesline from hell.
uh, Earlier Andy said a move he didn't want done to him. This would be one. A
Yeah.
clothesline from hell. No, thank you. Tell us about it, Marty.
Yeah, dude, this move is terrible every time. This move too, though, it's one of those ones where like not only the person doing the move, but it's also the person taking the move that makes it look good. Because there's some people where he'll hit and like Billy Gunn all the time would do like a little like twist flip every time he would get hit by it. Or big guys when they would take it, they would just fall like super hard. It looks real aggressive.
It does. It's like the simplest of things to do, but it's the hardest thing to pull off.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
Man, Andy, so you know the clothesline is right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you remember the acolytes where it had
Yep.
Bradshaw and Farouk and Bradshaw?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so man, just whenever he would clothesline somebody, how is he going to take a regular move like the clothesline, but it stands out from any other clothesline that anyone else does?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's such a big guy, and so when you get clothesline from
He
somebody
lost
like
that intimidation to me though when he became JBL.
yeah,
Like I didn't see him wrestle that way, but I went back and looked at it and I was like, why would you do that?
yeah,
But I mean, and it's
and that
weird too because when he had like the longer black hair and the goatee and everything, he was like I don't know if I'd ever call him a baby face, like a good guy, but he would bounce between like the acolytes would kind of be like on the Undertaker's team, so they'd be heels, but then they'd also be like whenever they did the wrestling for hire or whatever, people can pay them. Like they were kind of good
Oh
guys
yeah.
at that point. So it was interesting for him to have that look and could go either way. But then when he switched it up and he went all like cowboy or Texan or whatever he is, I just thought it was weird. But if people like it, I'm not shaming it. That's cool, but not for me. I prefer the darker side.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
All right. So, all right, moving on. What's next?
All right, so mine is Brock Lesnar's F5. Um, I just think that he's just a really like aggressive wrestler, and I kind of like his. He's just very like intimidating. Like if I had to be in the wrestling ring with him, I'd be scared. Yeah, so,
You would throw
so
yourself over the top rope?
probably yeah. No, I just like how he like takes the body and like flips it over. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's not just like a normal uh suplex or whatever it is. He like flips the whole body over, and it's just a cool looking move.
Now, Marty, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said early on when Brock Lesnar, kind of like in the earlier parts of his career, when he did that F5, it was done a lot differently, right? Like the style was the same, but didn't he kind of do it lighter towards the second half of his career?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to say there's like really like three different versions of it
Okay.
because now it's done different. There's were some where he would like put you on the shoulder and he would just like throw you off without even like touching you. It was like
Right.
more just aggressive than what it is now, but I don't know. I feel like he's definitely had different versions of that.
Can't be hurting
Okay.
everybody.
Yeah. But that move is awesome. I remember just playing a lot of like SmackDown versus Raw games and just using that move on everybody all the time.
And an
Yeah.
F5, like what a creative title, right? The most badass of all tornadoes, and yet your body spins. It works.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
All right. So my number 3 is going to be a very, very popular move. I would not be surprised if one of you had it on your list as well, but it's in the middle of mine, and it's the Stone Cold Stunner, man. Similar to what Marty said about the clothesline from hell, like doing the stunner is one thing, but receiving the stunner is a whole nother level. And that's what I think makes the move is a lot of people, when they had the stunner done to them, they reacted differently. Like you had like Shane McMahon and The Rock. I would put them at the top 2 of the most like ridiculous when they would get stunned because their body would fly and The Rock would like flip and roll over like WrestleMania 15. I just remember all this. And so, Stone Cold having the personality he did was great, but that was a move that could come out of nowhere at any moment. Like he didn't have to climb the turnbuckle. He didn't have to do you didn't have to be in a certain position necessarily. He could be toasting you. He could be just sneak attack behind you. Like a Stone Cold Stunner can come at any moment. And the best part is it did. And so whether it was a McMahon, The Rock, Triple A, any of those, whenever someone got stunned, it was always a good time. So should be higher on my list. Yes, but there's a couple that I favor more. So I'm sure you guys like my pick.
Oh yeah, I remember when he stunned. What's Jim, the announcer guy, the older
Oh,
guy?
JR?
JR, yeah. I
That's
remember
your
when
friend. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
You stroked that man's face.
Yeah, there was a time where like Stone Cold was like, a heel and he actually stunned JR, so that was kind of crazy.
It's fucked
He's
up.
done
The one Andy
Linda
brings
McMahon
up.
at one time too.
Yes. Men, women, children. He's done them all. All right, Marty, circling back to you. Top two. What you got for number two?
All right, my number two was very simple, but again, like the side belly suplex, it's just when it's clean, it just looks right every time. And mine was the elbow drop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it just I don't know whether it was Macho Man or Shawn Michaels or somebody else. As long as it was done clean, man, it was like a really nice move.
I'm seeing a pattern. Bailey does the elbow drop too.
Yeah, yeah, she does. Yeah,
She do that suplex and followed up with that elbow drop.
her elbow drop is nice too, man. I have
It
to
is
say,
because
it is
her
nice.
favorite wrestler growing up was Macho Man,
Yep.
so she
And
kind of
it kind of
patterns it.
mimics that too a lot.
Yeah, and that's a move that like people will just bounce off the ropes and fall and do a quick elbow drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when someone gets up on the top, something about it was larger than life, like an elbow from the top. You didn't want to get hit by that, hit you right in the trachea. Like, Andy, what do you think about his pick? Elbow drop.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
Are we gonna say with or without the elbow pad?
definitely
Without it,
without.
Oh man,
You know, like how
it hurt somebody.
yeah, like how The Rock does with the people's elbow.
Oh, see that's what I'm talking about. Taking a regular basic ass move and making it something special. Like, oh, I remember on the video games, I lost my mind because you could do the people's elbow, but like that elbow pad never came off. But then in a couple of the later games, when he finally pulled it off and threw it in the audience, the shit was mind blowing.
Yeah,
Like,
it'll come towards the TV.
Yes. And remember when it became the corporate elbow?
Oh yeah, corporate champion.
That's right.
Yeah.
SummerSlam. Spoilers. All right. Andy, what do you got for number two?
All right, so my number two is also the stunner from Stone Cold Steve Austin. Man, this is just one of those fun moves that's like you said, it comes out of nowhere and he like flips you off. It's just like the build, like, well, not even build up, but like he'll just like flip somebody off and do the stunner to anybody. He doesn't care. And Stone Cold Steve Austin. Whenever he was on the episode, when he's on the show, it was going to be a good match or just entertaining whatever he did. And like you said, I like the reactions of different people that he would do it to, and just I mean it was just if it's like so perfectly fit his character. This the kicking him in the groin or whatever, and then doing the move that he did after that it was just really great. And
In modern wrestling, Kevin Owens does it. I don't know if you've seen it, but yeah, not the exact same, but still like with homage done to it. But oh, the stunner, man, like you remember how many times he had stunned somebody while drinking beer and the beer would splash everywhere?
yeah.
Hey, Marty, you ever done a Stone Cold Stunner to anybody? Don't lie.
Yeah, of course. My brother used to wrestle all the time. So what moves didn't we do on each other?
That's true, man. See, I didn't have siblings growing up, but yeah, we used to wrestle at school. Like school would be over and we'd go across the way to the library, and we wouldn't wrestle in the library, of course, but like there would be a field behind there and we would always throw our backpacks down and have a wrestling match. It was a good time.
Man, I remember I got choke slammed by my cousin one time.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I got up
It's
like
gotta be
nothing
bigger
hurt.
than
I
you
got
then.
up like I was good. I was okay. But oh man, when I walked away, I was like, oh, that hurt.
Trying to breathe.
Yeah.
All right. My number two has also been brought up before, but it's Jeff Hardy's Swanton Bomb. So
Yeah.
to piggyback off you, Andy, freaking love that move. We talked about so many different places it can be performed at, but it didn't matter. Just the simplicity of getting on the top turn. Like, here goes the twist of fate. Bam, Matt Hardy done set it up. Now Jeff Hardy gets on the turnbuckle. For that 5 seconds, man, it was just beautiful magic when Jeff Hardy, all black, multicolor hair would just do that. Like, there's a move and then there's a perfection of the move, and he perfected that swanton bomb. Again, Kevin Owens does a swanton bomb. He takes wrestler moves that he liked, but seeing it just like in the first the tag team ladder match, he put himself through so much just to give it to the fans. Like, he knew what people wanted to see, and he would always risk it just to do it. Hence the fingers, like, suicide, like, yeah, don't do that. But like, I'm doing something crazy is what it signifies. And seeing them do that, I mean, the Hardy Boys were such a fan favorite for such a long time, and to this day still are, right? Different factions and stuff, but man, we all love the Swanton Bomb. Great pick. And so, man, now I'm excited to see what everybody's number one is. Marty, here we are, man. Number one, what is your favorite wrestling move?
Right. So my favorite is specifically the Sweet Chin Music.
Favorite move for your favorite wrestler?
Yeah.
Yep, you know it.
Man, it's amazing how many people try to do that now. I see it all the time.
It's terrible, bro. I don't like any one of them and it's become probably the most common move used now. Like, everybody uses it, and
not
I don't
even
think
as a
anybody
finisher.
does it good. As a finisher, it's just like a regular move, which is fine. It's no problem with that. But I don't know. For me, it's all like execution, right? Like, it's not
Right.
done very well, so it just doesn't look good.
All right, so tell me a little bit about it, man. Like, what are some of the best times you've seen Shawn Michaels do some sweet chin music? Because he's tuning up the band. He's
I would
ready.
say the very best time that he's used it was a match against Shelton Benjamin. And if you haven't seen that match, it was like 2005. It was like a regular Raw episode, like a regular Raw episode.
Okay.
They just had a match. It was like a quick put together match, and yeah, dude, it's probably like the best that I've seen this move ever used. You have to watch it if you haven't watched it.
What makes it so special?
Just how it's executed. I don't want to say anything in case you do watch it, but
Oh, spoilers. Okay.
just how it's done, and like the timing and when it's done. Just it just came out like really great.
Man, if
Yeah.
somebody has a double chin, does it matter which chin he kicks?
The double Sweet Chin Music.
Yeah, that's another one of those moves that has a great build up to it. It just gets the crowd all worked up because they know it's coming, and yeah, it's great.
I remember WrestleMania 14. He was tuning up for some sweet chin music. He goes to kick it. Stone Cold catches it, spins him around, and gives him the stunner. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Pretty awesome. But yeah, some of my greatest memories for Shawn Michaels is definitely WrestleMania 12, the Iron Man match with him and Bret Hart. Man,
Yeah, that's a good one for sure. Yeah.
that's good. That's a great pick, man. I'm sure there's people out there fist pumping the air like, yeah. Especially some older wrestling fans like, hell yeah. All right, Andy, what is your number one, your favorite wrestling move?
All right, well, mine has to be the Tombstone by the Undertaker.
Tombstone pile driver.
Pile driver,
Yes.
yeah. That's such a cool move, and it looks like pretty brutal, like he's actually going to break their neck or something when he does it.
Oh, yeah, if he messes up, he's going to.
Yeah. So yeah, and then he does like the whole crosses their arms over their chest and does the whole roll eyes back at
Yeah.
that's really cool. But yeah, that's probably my favorite one, I'd have to say.
That's awesome. And so when you used to watch The Undertaker, was it at the point where it was like a lot more like gothic, or did you ever see him when he was in like the sleeveless black shirt with like the either gray or purple gloves?
Yeah, so when I started watching, it was at the tail end of the goth phase, and he started becoming the biker dude.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was mainly when I saw when he was like the biker guy. So yeah.
That's whenever the move that I liked, my honorable mention, the walking the top rope, he switched the name to Old School when he was the biker. But yeah, he'd ride his Harley and stuff. That was so interesting. He came out to that Kid Rock music. I'm like, what is happening? But it worked for him. It worked because, hey, unlike Stone Cold, at least he didn't crash.
Oh yeah.
If anybody saw the most recent WrestleMania, get that man off that four-wheeler.
Oh yeah.
But I love your pick, man. Did you like, just a side note, did you like Kane at all?
Yeah, Kane's cool. Yeah.
Okay, because he obviously did like the same moves as Undertaker, maybe a few different, but you had your choke slams and your tombstone pile drivers and everything, but personalities made it different.
Oh yeah, I just liked his interest. He made the fire shoot up out of the post. That was always cool.
Oh, for sure. Now with the
Yeah.
Undertaker doing the Tombstone Pile Driver, I have vivid memories of him doing it to like Mankind, and it was always on a steel chair or some
Oh.
thumbtacks. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a wonderful pick, man. Cool. Well, that just leaves me, and I like to say that we don't have a three-peat. We all have different favorite number ones, and so I'm really happy. But mine's a move that's been done by multiple people, and I just love the move in general. Everybody I've seen do this move has done it well. I'm sure somebody's botched it, but I'm going to narrow it down to a specific wrestler, and I'm going to go very modern with this because it's so excited. It's so exciting to see this move done, and I'm going to go with Penta's Mexican Destroyer as my favorite. That damn move! I remember the first time I'd seen it, I was flabbergasted and I felt like they broke the freaking neck or something. I'm like, I had to like show it again. What just happened? And so, it's been labeled. I think when the move had come out, it was the Canadian Destroyer. And so Penta does it and he calls it the Mexican Destroyer. And it doesn't matter if it's done to like Dirty Dom or if Dirty Dom's doing it to somebody else. That freaking, like, I saw it on a pay-per-view recently and it was done on a ladder. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
But man, I mean, Marty, come on, I'm dropping some Penta love. You got to love that.
Yeah, man, that's a dope move for sure, for sure. That move is crazy.
It is. And like, you want to talk about the don't try this at home. That is a move do not ever attempt that, because if anything's ever going to go wrong, it's that one.
And then that is a move you immediately try first thing at home.
Yeah. Hey, Andy, back in the day, do you remember when they had those like Hulk Hogan plushes you could get and like you'd hit them and they'd make noise?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm going to get one and do the Mexican Destroyer to it.
Yeah, I
Now,
just watched it because I wasn't familiar with the move, so I had to check it out. It's pretty crazy.
it's like a front flip pile driver or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But man, and this is the best part, like Marty is unique because his favorite wrestler and his favorite move are one, but some of your favorite wrestlers like might not have your favorite move, or favorite move might not be done by some of your favorite wrestlers. Now I like Penta, but he's not my favorite wrestler. But man, I had to put that at my number one because that's when the audience says holy shit, like that's when you just did something amazing. And every time that move's done, I'm jumping off my couch, throwing my food, saying holy shit. And I'm looking at Julian like, we gotta try this.
That move is so fresh too that I don't really think there's anything comparable to it that I can
Wasn't
think
it
of.
banned at one point?
Well, I mean, a lot of like power drivers like that were banned because of
Right.
breaking
Like,
necks and stuff
yeah,
like that.
Stone Cold
Yeah.
had that spinal
Yeah.
injury and everything. Yeah. But that's awesome, man. So did we have one move on everybody's list? I don't think so. Like I think I shared with a couple of you guys, but
Yeah, no, I don't think I had any similar to mine.
that's incredible. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, somebody's out there like, oh, what? No power bomb?
I was surprised
Sorry.
nobody said the worm. Yeah, Scotty
Scotty
too
too
hotty.
hotty. Yep.
Yeah.
Cheeks.
Firebomb almost made my list, but I
Only when it's done by Captain Insano. Waterboy reference, but awesome. Well, I had a lot of fun doing this. We'll see how listeners like it. A little sidebar to our typical horror, but I think there's a lot of like cross, what do you call it? Like I feel like a lot of horror fans like wrestling and a lot of wrestling fans like horror. And so I'm hoping it's just a bonus surprise and people will just love it. But if this one wasn't your cup of tea, stay tuned because the next episode coming on, we're doing a horror movie called WrestleManiac, which I've actually seen and I own it. And it's just been a while. So it was a good segue to do this. And Andy, correct me if I'm wrong. You've never seen it, right?
I've never seen it, so yeah, this will be a
Awesome.
first time watch for me.
Cool. And Marty, since I got you on here, have you seen WrestleManiac?
I have not. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen
Okay,
it.
you know who's in it, right?
I do not. I don't know anything about the movie.
Rey Mysterio Sr.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Oh wow, I'll have to check it out.
So at the point of this podcast, it does not stream anywhere for free, but you can rent it on various sites or, do what you got to do to get it. But if you don't want it spoiled for you, watch the movie before the next episode. And so, Marty, thank you for taking the time to come on here and talk about your favorite wrestling moves. We'll have to get you back sometime.
Cool. I appreciate the time for sure.
All right, cool. Andy, you got anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, that does it for this triple threat match. I'm Phantom Dark Dave.
And I'm Abnormal Andy.
Thanks for listening to the Scream and Skull podcast.